Keep your mind focused, no side distractions. What my conscience mention, but my subconscious ain't comprehending. It's like a slave with the willpower of Kunta. But if I don't behave, then karma gon' fuck me. That's real Kama Sutra. KUN niggas, it's hard to move us. Stupid niggas tryna Rubik's Cube us, but y'all all going down. Check it like losers viewers. KUN's where the winners at. I keep my peace sign up to these haters. I'm bringing John Lennon back, and y'all niggas is liars like Thanksgiving Jack.
Well, welcome to the Gene Dexter Show. I am Gene Dexter, having the most amazing summer. I know you haven't seen me in a minute because it's been very, very, very busy. But today, I had to do this. We've got a really special guest. And, before we get into that, I'm at the Caroline Point Marina behind us. Beautiful downtown Kirkland, just outside Le Grand Bistro. And I thought, you know what, special interview, let's do a special location. Sitting next to me is a member of the New School in the Seattle urban music scene. And he's done a series called Free Verse. You'll see it all over YouTube. He just completed verse 5, and I love it. And I'm here to talk to him and learn so much more about him. Please meet Mr. Juga Hill.
What's going on, y'all? Juga A. Chili. I appreciate you having me here.
Oh, anytime, anytime. So I'm just going to come out of the square swinging here. I just want to find out, first of all, your name, Juga Hill. What is the history behind it, and what does it mean? What tell me, because I don't know.
All right. See, most people know me as Game Boy. That's how I started off.
Okay.
I started off Game Boy. The 80s, baby. I was like 17 when we first started in the business. I'm 25 now, by the way. But pretty much I was getting to a state of consciousness that, I wanted to grow up. I wanted my image to grow up. And I couldn't grow up being Game Boy, called Game Boy at 25 or even 30, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I decided to switch it, but I wanted something that was more personal, not something that's more gimmicky. So I thought around, my last name is really Hill. By the way, and I thrive in music to change the culture, but also change the youth, the people that's watching the TV, because I feel like a lot of artists these days, they're just rapping to make money, and me, I feel like I'm rapping to change minds. I'm rapping to change the way people are thinking. So pretty much it all started back in the 80s. They had a group named Sugar Hill Gang. That was the first rap group.
Okay.
And pretty much they were speaking about things that people went through on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. So I kind of was inspired by that, but also people know me as selling CDs. Like, we've sold 100,000 records independently. And there's a slang word out here that is called jugging.
Okay.
When a person is jugging, that means that they're making money. They got an entrepreneurial spirit. And that's what we're known as.
Okay.
So, I kind of put the two and two together. Took the S out and put the J in, Juga Hill.
Okay.
Instead of Sugar Hill. So it's a double-edged sword. It has two definitions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I feel like at this point in my career, I want to represent something a lot more. A lot more mature, something that represents me. I'm also a father, and I don't want my son or my two little daughters calling me Game Boy. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't want that.
Okay.
So, just growing up on the mic.
I see.
And if you listen to my older music, you hear a lot of childish things that I'm talking about. You hear a lot of childish sounding music, and now I'm trying to grow up on the mic as well. Choosing to be a lot more tricky with my words, choosing to talk about a lot more important subjects, choosing to reach a different crowd. Like, I feel like my demographic is a lot older now versus where it was when I was younger. I mean, of course,
they stayed with you. They're following you, and they're growing up with you.
Some of them, but I kind of switched it up too much. So I mean, they may be like, I don't even like this dude like that no more, and I'm gaining a new fan base.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So how did you start out with all of this? I mean, where were your beginnings with this music journey?
I started off when I was like 6, 7 years old. Me and my cousins, we used to perform at the Black Festival, which is now known as the Emoji Fest. We used to perform. At talent shows at school. I started off in a group though. I was one of the only ones that really took it very, very seriously. So I moved to Atlanta with my mom, and we was doing it out there independently.
Okay.
We shot demos to So Def, to Slip and Slide Records when they was popping. And you know, I just, out there, a lot of artists had the mentality they were waiting for people to give them a deal. You know, they wanted to knock on somebody's door or wait for a deal to hop on their lap. And I was one of those. I was like 14, 13 years old. I used to be at home wishing and hoping that I'll become famous. You know, I used to write all the time, every day, and I used to even pray. I'd be like, man, I hope let's get it popping. And then reality came in when I went to this big old convention, and there was a bunch of radio stations, there was a bunch of record labels. It was a big old convention, man. Slip Aside was one of them, So Def was one of them, and I forgot the others. But I gave them all my demo. And, you know, I was, swear to God, man, for like a month straight, I was sitting there hoping that every 1-800 number was one of them guys, you know, and I really put my mind to it. And it hurt my feelings because nobody called, you know, and at the end of the day, I ended up moving back to Seattle when I turned 17 and reuniting with Eustace Callion, which is the dude with the dreads. Eustace, the dude that be with me, everybody know. But, pretty much we used to sell candy in middle school. So we used to compete, and I knew he had an entrepreneur spirit like me. So from Atlanta, I took this hunger, and I formed it into my own drive to make a business. And, you know, I partnered up with Eustace Callion, and we've been going ever since, man.
Well, you sure have. I mean, I've certainly been following it. This thing that you're doing right now with the Fevers, you know, volumes 1 through 5, I think it's been very effective in terms of your strategy. Tell me more about that, you know, as far as how you came up with that.
Well, hey, we was playing dominoes one day. We was playing dominoes, you know, smoking a little tree, medical, and just chilling, you know, having a good time. And it came up with a good idea called Lyrics or Die Movement. Okay. And we just sat down and figured, like, at first it was just an idea, it was a campaign. We didn't know what the campaign was about. Yeah. We just knew it was a great idea. So we sat down and tried to figure out different ways where we could take advantage of the online scene. Okay. And right now, online is booming as far as giving out free music, doing free videos, just visual that people can see. But we wasn't financially at the point where we could just afford to do what Wiz Khalifa did or what these artists are doing and give away a whole mixtape. You know? So what we decided to do was like, hey man, let's just give them a verse, man. But let's just make sure this is one of the hottest verses that you can give at the moment. So that's what we did. We pretty much. That's brilliant. Thank you, man.
No, congratulations. I think it's brilliant. I really, really do. So what's next? I mean, in your bag of tricks, what can we expect now?
To be honest, an album. We're working on an album. Full album. First album, debut. We did pre-album series with Game Boy, and the last one there was three volumes of a pre-album series, and pretty much what the pre-album was to build identity as an artist, because I was young. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I just knew I wanted to rap. Right. And also I didn't have a big fan base, so I kind of wanted to get a big fan base. Also I wasn't known in the industry, so I kind of wanted to build my business connects. Okay. So that's what that helped. I mean, that's what the purpose of the pre-albums was for. Okay. And we were slated to come out with an album right after pre-album chapter 3. Okay. And right now we're working on the album. Okay. We don't have no dates yet, but we're going to continue to stay consistent with the free verses every single month until we get some dates. Okay. And then once we get the date, we'll be promoting it through the free verses. Right. And, you know, pretty much go from there. And we have a show September 1st if you guys want to come through.
Where's it at?
It's at the Nectar Lounge.
Nectar Lounge, Seattle.
Yeah, we're performing with great artists, Dying Deaf, Peter Tosh, and LaRue. Wow. By E Casual. And DJ Debris is going to be the DJ, you know.
Sounds like a big show.
And shout out to Gator, too, because he's the one behind the videos.
Yeah. He's my producer, too. Big shout out.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Gator Vision.
More, shout out to you, man, for, you know, giving me the opportunity to talk to the people, man, through your avenue of, what's the word?
Channel or whatever.
Yeah, through the channel. Okay, yeah.
Little network.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Gene, man. He's a real respectable guy, man. Also, shout out to Dave Beaver, man, because he's the one that really put me in the game as far as locally. You know, Point Side Records. You know, they put me
Point
in.
Side. Yeah, they've been around quite a long time.
Yeah, I was signed to them first.
Really?
When I was 17 years old.
Okay.
So I forgot to tell you about that. They're the ones that put me on the game as far as getting out here and selling CDs. Yeah, we used to go all around selling CDs. So shout out to Dave, man.
Definitely. Well, really, all the best to you, and I'm gonna toast Juga Hill right now. I also promised him a little lunch, so we're gonna head on upstairs to do that. But man, look out for this guy. Seattle is in this huge renaissance period right now. He's definitely a part of it, and I want you to be right there when this all happens. All right, Gene Dexter with the Gene Dexter Show, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
And when I find her, I'ma put a ruby diamond on her ring finger. I need a bad bitch, that's a mean thinker. He'll talk, you niggas is brain farts. Always talking about letting that still talk for you. That's he'll talk for ya. Forging the writings on the wall. This writing will write my will.